Welcome to Chemistry Educational Academy. Today's topic is molecular spectroscopy. In earlier days, when science and technology were undeveloped, the structures and properties of organic and inorganic compounds were determined using chemical methods. But these methods are very lengthy process and it required a different type of chemicals and it won't give you accurate results. So in modern days, different kind of methods are using to analysis of compounds. In this, the most important method is spectroscopic method. It is a physical method. By using this spectroscopic method, we can easily identify the properties and structures of organic and inorganic compounds accurately. Before starting spectroscopy, we should learn nature of light. There are number of scientists who researched on nature of light. Finally, they decided that light have dual nature, that is particle nature and wave nature. In this, there are number of theories are there, but the most important is corpuscular theory, wave theory, electromagnetic theory and quantum theory. First, we should learn these theories, then we'll discuss about that spectroscopy.
So the first theory is corpuscular theory. It is given by Sir Isaac Newton in 1675. In this theory, light is emitted from luminous body in the form of tiny particles. So these particles are called corpuscles. These particles are travel in a straight line. When we are pausing a light in a denser medium, the velocity of light in a denser medium higher than the velocity of light in a rare medium. And based on this theory, different size of corpuscles produce different colors. And he also explained phenomena of reflection, refraction, and propagation of light. When we pass light through a medium, the light is reflected, some of the light is refracted. So this is the corpuscular theory.
The second theory is wave theory. It is given by Huygens in 1676. He said that light travels in the form of waves. If a light travels one place to another place, it requires a medium. Without medium, it won't travel. When we pass a light through a denser medium, the velocity of light in a denser medium is very less compared to rare medium, and the different sizes of the waves gives different colors. And he failed to explain phenomena of reflection, refraction and propagation of light, but he explained the phenomena of interference and diffraction. So these two theories did not explain completely about nature of light. Some principles are true, some are not. So the third theory is electromagnetic radiation of light. It is given by Maxwell in 1873. He said that there is no medium required for the propagation of light, and the propagation of light by light waves involves both electric and magnetic force. These two fields create a two waves, that is called electromagnetic waves. So these two waves are perpendicular to each other. See, this is the magnetic wave and this one is the electric wave. So these two are perpendicular to each other. And here we should know certain some important terms, that is frequency, wavelength and amplitude. Frequency is denoted with nu. So the number of waves produced in each second is called frequency. So and the second one is wavelength. It is denoted with lambda, the distance between two successive waves. So see that these two waves, the distance between these two successive waves is called wavelength. And the last one is amplitude, the maximum distance a wave extends beyond its middle position. So you can take one wave, the extension of this wave, the middle position is called amplitude. So these are the important terms in this electromagnetic radiation of light, and these waves are called electromagnetic radiation. So this electromagnetic radiation is used in spectroscopy.
Quantum theory of light. So this theory was given by Max Planck in 1905. Based on this theory, light is emitted in the form of energy pockets or bundles. So these pockets are called quanta or photons. So these photons are directly proportional to the frequency of vibration. So here E means energy of photons and F means frequency. So energy of photon is proportional to the frequency. If we want to remove this proportionality, we should add a constant and equal in between energy of this photon and frequency. Here H is a Planck constant.
Electromagnetic radiation divides into different radiations based on wavelength and frequency. So these are the radiations: gamma rays, X-rays, UV, visible light, IR, microwave, and in radio waves. See this diagram. Here this visible light consists wavelength 400 to 800 wavelength, and the wavelength of gamma rays is very less compared to radio waves. From gamma rays to radio waves, the wavelength is increased. At the same time, the frequency decreased. So here any light, it is depending upon the wavelength and frequency. If the wavelength is very less and frequency is high, when we are propagating a light through any medium, it deviates. Why it is deviated? Because of the wavelength is less and frequency is high. So this is the reason the light is deviated from the medium. When we pass a white light through a prism, it gives a spectrum that is called visible spectrum. So we also know known as VIBGR. So there are different colors. So there is no bond between these colors. They appear in continuously. So this spectrum is called continuous spectrum. So here interaction of electromagnetic radiation with molecules. When we are passing a light through a sample, here the sample absorbs the light energy and it undergoes some internal changes. Here the atoms in the ground state and goes into excited state when they absorb the energy. So the difference between the ground state and excited state is called the how much amount of energy the molecule is absorbed. So it is denoted with delta E. Delta E is equal to E2 minus E1 is equal to H nu. H is a Planck constant. Nu is a frequency. When the electromagnetic radiation is emitted on the sample, the following changes can occur in molecules, that is positional movements, rotations, vibrations, electronic transitions and magnetic force changes. So these are the changes occurs when the light is observed by the sample. So here introduction of spectroscopy. Spectroscopy is the branch of science dealing with the study of interaction of electromagnetic radiation with matter. It is a most powerful tool available for the study of atomic and molecular structure and is used the analysis of wide range of samples. This spectroscopy mainly two types, that is atomic spectroscopy and molecular spectroscopy.
Here, atomic spectroscopy, electromagnetic radiation is interacted with atoms, and molecular spectroscopy, the electromagnetic radiation interacted with the molecules. So these are the mainly two types of spectroscopies. Here these two scientists, Kirchhoff and Bunsen, invented emission spectrum. The principles of spectroscopy mainly based on the measurement of spectrum of a sample containing atoms or molecules. Spectrum is a graph of intensity of observed or emitted radiation by sample versus frequency or wavelength. So how much light energy observed or emitted we can identify through the graph. This is the instrumentation of spectrophotometer. So by using this spectrophotometer we can analyze the spectrum of compound. So this is here the light source and monochromator, sample holder, detector and recorder. In this, light source passes through the monochromator. Here the monochromator allows only one wavelength light energy and it is passes through sample holder containing sample. This sample holder observes the light energy and it emits a certain amount of wavelength or frequency of spectrum detected by detector, and finally we are getting the recorder. So this is the instrumentation of spectrophotometer. By using this we can analyze the samples. Spectroscopy divided into two types based on which type of spectrum it gives. So first one is absorption spectrum and second one is emission spectrum. Absorption spectrum, when light passes through the sample absorbs certain amount of light energy. So in that sample the non-stated atoms, when they absorb the light energy it will excited. So when they excited it gives a spectrum. So in the spectrum we can easily identify that the black lines form that spectrum. So these black lines will show which type of frequency of light that molecules are absorbed. So this is the absorption spectrum. In this absorption spectrum we are using UV light, deuterium lamp and visible light, that is tungsten halogen lamp, and we are getting three types of spectrums, that is ultraviolet spectrum, visible spectrum, IR spectrum. So this is the absorption spectrum. So the second one is emission spectrum. In emission spectrum, when we are passing electromagnetic radiation through the sample observes the light energy and it is excited. So this excited state is unstable. So the molecule or atoms try to reach ground state. When they reach ground state, it emits certain amount of light radiation. Because of this emitted light radiation will get colored lights on the black spectrum. So this is the emission spectrum. We can easily identify the absorption spectrum and emission spectrum. In absorption spectrum we'll get black lines on the colored spectrum. In emission spectrum, colored lines on the black spectrum. So here the uses of molecular spectroscopy, it requires very less amount of sample. The instrumentation is very delicate and we will get the results within a short period of time. The results are also very accurate. When we are using the sample, we can also use more than 2 times, and commonly used spectroscopies are UV spectroscopy, IR spectroscopy, Raman spectroscopy, microwave spectroscopy, NMR spectroscopy means nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy, mass spectroscopy and ESR spectroscopy. ESR means electromagnetic spin resonance spectroscopy. So these spectroscopies are nowadays using. So these are the important questions for this topic. If you want more topics or any questions regarding chemistry subject, you can write on the comment section, and please hit the bell icon near the subscribe button, then you will get the regular updates of my channel. Take care yourself. Thank you.